Let's come together and meet in child's pose this morning. And here, your knees may be together or spread wide with the toes touching, whatever feels good and allows you to fall into the earth and just allow yourself to be supported here. Allow ourselves to be held. Softly opening the hips in this child's pose. Breathing love and kindness into the body. And knowing that we can come to child's pose at any moment in our practice when it feels right to be held and to rest. And from here, gently place your hands on the ground and come to rise. And we'll begin some cat-cow poses, just beginning to invite movement and flow into our practice. On the inhale, drop the belly, curl the tailbone, chest and chin towards the sky. And on the exhale, tuck tailbone, chin, arch the spine towards the sky. Just let it feel good, opening up the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the heart and tailbone towards the sky. And on the exhale, reversing the pose, following the rhythm of your own breath, just allowing the breath to guide the movement. We may begin to invite ujjayi breath, which is an audible breath where we constrict the back of the throat to create sound like a whisper or the sound of the ocean. And on the next inhale, come to neutral spine. And exhale, tuck the toes and push the seat up to downward facing dog. Our first down dog of the day. Fingertips spread wide. Wrist creases parallel with the front edge of the mat. The heels, we're pushing with our hands down into the earth and sending our heels down towards the ground. The knees can be bent here if the hamstrings are tight. This is our first down dog, so we are just beginning to open and loosen up. Curl the tailbone towards the sky, inviting a deep natural bend in the lumbar spine and keeping that curve in the spine. On the exhale, moving the legs towards straight, though they still might be bent a bit if the hamstrings are tight. Inhale, exhale, take little micro movements, and you might sway the hips or pedal out the feet, moving whatever way feels right. With kindness to the body. And on the inhale, come forward to plank pose. And exhale here. Strong in the core. Imagining we're standing in mountain pose in Tadasana, tailbone tucked, shoulder blades come together on the back. Drop the knees if you need to, but remain strong in the core, tailbone tucked. Inhale and exhale, drop the knees. Lower chest and chin to the ground. Stay here on the inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, slide the heart forward and curl the heart towards sky for baby cobra. Point the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Push back. Seat to heels. Allowing forehead to rest on the ground. Keep the toes tucked here, inviting a nice stretch in the bottoms of the feet. Inhale forward, stack shoulders over wrists. And exhale, you may keep the knees grounded or lift the knees once again to plank pose. Inhale. And exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, curl the heart forward, upward facing dog. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Breathe. Remembering our intention. Breathing loving kindness in all that we do. In our thoughts as we move through our practice. In our actions as we move with kindness. Now choose your flow, whether it's moving to knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale forward, stack shoulders over wrists. And exhale, lower down your way. Inhale, curl the heart forward. And exhale, push back. Once again, inhale forward, stack shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl the heart forward. And exhale, push back. And whether you're back in child's pose or downward facing dog, allow yourself to feel grounded here. And if you are in child's pose, I invite you to meet us in downward facing dog. And on the inhale, lift the right leg in the air. And exhale, step it through to ground for low lunge. The knee is stacked over ankle, the right knee. Left knee can be lifted or grounded. Inhale, plugging the fingertips into the ground. You might also use blocks to help connect with the earth and allowing ourselves to be grounded here. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And on the next inhale, plant that left hand on the ground or block and open the chest and right arm towards the sky for a nice gentle twist on the low back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Gaze is up. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Focus gaze. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale and drop the hand. Pivot the feet and walk the hands over to the opposite side so that now we find ourselves in a low lunge with left leg forward. Stack knee. Stack the left knee. Ground the back knee or lift it. Plug in. Use blocks if that helps you access the ground with the hands. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Steady breath. Steady intention. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale, plant that right hand on the ground. And exhale, open up. Heart, hand, gaze to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale, plant the hand, and exhale, push back to plank pose, and then back to downward facing dog or child's pose. Beginning to really feel the energy moving through the body, surging in waves and falling as we come to rest. And on our next inhale, lift the right leg to the sky. And exhale, step it through to the outside of the right hand. So we have a wide-legged lunge, so to speak. This is lizard pose. The right foot is placed wide. Hands can come to the ground or to blocks. And from here, nothing invites the practice of non-harming, remembering non-harming thoughts like hip openers. So we're going to play with that today. With lizard pose, you can keep the hands grounded here or begin to come down. You may place the forearms on blocks, or if the ground is accessible, place forearms on ground. Opening up those hips with the intention of sending the heart forward, lengthening the spine and lengthening the crown. Wherever your edge is, go there and breathe with loving kindness. For me, for making you do lizard pose, and for yourself, wherever you are. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, come to rise. Exhale. Walk the feet, walk the hands over to the middle of the mat for a brief hold in Prasarita Padottanasana. And on the exhale, walking the hands over to the opposite side. Sending that left foot out wide to prepare for lizard pose. On the opposite side, first grounding in the feet, feeling that opening in the hips, and begin to bring the forearms down, or stay here or bring the forearms down. You can play on working with opening the hips here, because this is plenty of a stretch here. Or come down to blocks, forearms on blocks or forearms on ground. Sending the heart forward, crown lengthened. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale, come to rise. Walk the hands over to the right side once again. Opening up once again to prepare for lizard pose. Hands can be grounded here, and you can move through practicing lizard pose once again on this side, or begin to practice playing with sending that right shoulder underneath the right thigh, shimmying it under the thigh, getting it as far under that thigh as you can. And you can play with finding your edge here on how far you can get that shoulder under there and practice there. Or you can play with me and fly, lifting the hands towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And release. Woo! Good job. Good job, me. And everything counts. So wherever you choose to practice, remembering the importance of kindness to ourselves and our words, and congratulating ourselves for all that we do, knowing that we do our best. When we have the intention and we're doing our best, we know that we're doing our best, and congratulating ourselves on that, wherever we are. Walk the hands over to the opposite side. Open that foot out wide. You can again play with lizard pose once again, or send that shoulder underneath the thigh as far as you can get it. And on the next inhale, send the hands towards the sky, fly. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the hands to the ground. Walk the hands over for Prasarita, Padottanasana. Bring hands to ground or blocks, whatever will allow you to connect with the earth once again and allow the torso to fall towards the earth. And just allow this to feel good right now. If it feels good to let the head come to the ground or a block, let the head rest and let this be a bit of a headstand, Shirshasana. And if headstand is in your practice, feel free to move into a tripod headstand. Breathe. Ujjayi breath, audible breath. Inhale, plant the hands and rise halfway. Walk the hands over once again to the right side. And we're going to play again. So you can once again do either of those first two options with lizard pose, or you can fly. If you want to explore and see where I'm going with this, follow me. Inhale and tuck the the right shoulder under the thigh. Place the hands on the ground as if you're in a downward facing dog. So wide supported fingertips on the ground, palms flat, grounded in all four corners. And begin to shift the weight into the palms, into the hands, to begin to invite balancing on the hands. And shifting that weight, begin to walk the right foot out a bit further. And as we're walking that foot out, shift the weight down to balance on the forearms and send that foot up to the sky, allowing that foot to be liberated. We might shift the weight forward even further and lift that back foot off the ground. And play with that. And when you're finished playing, you can come down and come to rest in child's pose. But really the key to that, if you're still playing with it, is to really shift your perspective as you're moving down. And if you remember in previous classes, we talked about creating a shelf with our arms, moving to that 90-degree angle at the elbow and allowing this part of our arms to be a shelf to hold the weight that we're balancing with. So really shifting the perspective to move forward and down. So here we're going to play with that same pose on the opposite side. And you can, again, options, lizard pose, airplane, and I'm forgetting the Sanskrit name for that asana. But fly. Or play with me. Being remaining with non-harming intention and thinking about your yoga teacher that's telling you to do this crazy pose. But the point of yoga is not really to see if you can stand on your head or do all kinds of balances you never would have thought of. The important point of yoga and the key is to remain with right intention and sending your energy, directing your energy in the right way. And here, remembering first, do no harm in thought, in words, and action toward ourselves and others. So moving forward, place that left foot on the ground, Hands on ground as if we're preparing for lizard pose. And play with that there. Or begin to shimmy that shoulder once again under the thigh. Fingertips are spread wide. Palms are grounded in all four corners of the palm. And begin to shift that weight forward into the hands, inviting a shelf, creating a shelf with this forearm and resting that thigh on the upper arm. Shimmying the foot out wide. So we'll notice that the weight wants to rest more on that arm and then lift the foot. And we might shift that balance further forward and into the hands and lift the back foot. And if you fall on your face, it's all good because the face is really close to the ground already. When you're finished playing, let go in whatever way feels good. And I'm going to invite you to push back into child's pose once again. Noticing the energy as it moves through the body, allowing it to rise and fall. Letting go of the energy, holding on to the wisdom. Breathing, remembering everything counts. I am enough. I am worthy. I am love. And I deserve all of it. I deserve to let this pose feel good right now. Inhale forward into plank pose and exhale, lower down to the belly. Roll over onto the right side and place that left foot out in front. And come up onto the forearm or onto the hand. Wherever you are, push into the feet and send those hips towards the sky. You should feel an opening in the hips here as you press the left foot into the ground. Reach the hand towards the sky, whether you're on your forearm or your hand. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, send those hips to the sky. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. And release down to the ground. Bend this right knee and come to sit with the left leg crossed over the right knee, bent. And on the inhale, reach right hand towards the sky, and exhale, cross it over to press against the left thigh. And here you can keep this bottom leg bent, or you can straighten it if that feels right for you. But allow this leverage of the arm against the leg or holding on to the leg to pull or push us into the twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. exhale, 3. And on the next inhale, come forward and exhale, reverse the twist on the opposite side. Feeling it originating at the base of the spine, where the pelvis meets the spine. That's where our twist is. And allowing the shoulders just to softly follow. Gaze over back shoulder. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale and coming forward. And exhale, begin to, you know what, we can do a disco twist here. Standing and coming around and reversing so that the opposite leg is on top. And this time, it should be the right leg on top, at least for me, for you, opposite leg from whichever one you started with. And on the inhale, lift the left hand into the sky, and exhale, release it down to the outside of the right thigh, or grab hold and pull if that's accessible, wrapping the arm around. But using that leverage of the arm against the leg to push or pull, if you're doing the other variation, to push us into the twist, which originates at the low back, the low spine, where the pelvis meets the spine. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, reverse, twist on the opposite side. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, place that left hand on the ground or forearm. Straighten the left leg. And from here, press that right foot into the ground and left foot into the ground. And push the hips up towards the sky. Feeling a nice stretch and opening in the hips as we push the hips towards the sky. And we might feel a burn in that side abdomen, the side body. Feel the burn, feel the opening, open up to the sky. Inhale, exhale 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. And release. And from here, we'll practice cow face pose. So from here, we move the right leg to the top of the left. Both knees are bent. And if, depending on how loose your hips are, you may be able to stack these knees directly on top of each other. That's the way the pose is intended. One trick that can help with doing that is to come forward onto the knees and line the knees up so that they're in line with each other, and then sit back. I don't have the most open hips, so some of you may be able to get these feet to be equidistant from the hips in line with each other. If you can,
rock it out. I am doing my best. And especially when it comes to these hip openers, these are often reminders of, me being someone who usually, I often feel pretty confident that I can power through stuff. But the first hip opening class I did, I think I was pretty emotional because I realized my limitations. And so being with our limitations and going to that, not denying it or avoiding it, but going right to it, to that edge and being with it and breathing kindness and love there as we play there. So from here, knees are stacked or moving towards stacked, and open the hands out to the side and send the right hand up high, left hand down low, and bring the hands together behind the back to clasp. And if your hands don't quite meet, use a strap or a belt to grasp, where you hold the belt in the upper hand and then use it to connect. So find your connection. Inhale, lifting heart towards the sky, opening the heart. And on the exhale, folding forward, bringing heart in and moving in. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. And release. Come to rise. Gently unwind in a way that feels good and gentle. And we're going to reverse opposite leg on top. And once again, you might move to come onto the knees, lining up the knees, and then on the exhale, sit back, feeling that opening in the hips. Inhale, hands out wide, left arm up to the sky, and bring it down behind the back, sending the right arm up to meet it. Use a strap if you need that to make this accessible. Inhale, lengthening the crown, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, exhale, one. Inhale, exhale, two. Inhale, exhale, three. Inhale and come to rise. Exhale, release and unwind. Opening the knees to Baddha Konasana. Feet are in, allowing the knees to fall towards the earth. Lengthen the spine, sitting up nice and tall, sending the crown towards the sky. And you can stay here, lengthening and allowing those hips to fall open. Or on the next exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. Inhale and come to rise. And as we continue to invite even rhythm of our breath, move to where we're facing the front of the mat. Ground the right leg, lower leg on the ground, and send that left leg back behind to prepare for a pigeon prep pose. And so from here, you can use blocks to help you get tall, which I always like to do in pigeon, to lengthen, press the legs into the ground, pressing that back knee into the ground so that we get tall in our pose. And then on the exhale, we might release deeper, settling the pelvis deeper into the earth. And we might stay here with that leg lengthened, or if we want a deeper stretch, bend that back foot and reach for the back foot. And if you're really open, you might be able to move that toe in towards the elbow, facing forward. And if you're really open, and I don't know if I am today, you might be able to reach that back hand behind and grab hold to the hand to, again, take the bind. Go for what you know. Inhale, but being gentle, and remember non-harming. We can assert ourselves still with kindness. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. And release. Lengthening, opening the heart, and exhale. Fold forward. And bring head to the ground. Arms to the ground. Really feeling an opening in the right hip. Allowing the upper body to melt into the earth. Melt towards the earth. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And begin to walk those hands back. And gently swap out the feet, bringing that left leg out in front, resting that left foot, the bottom of the leg on the ground. And you can send that left knee out as wide as feels right for you. Lengthening tall, pressing those legs, knees into the ground, getting nice and tall. And on the exhale, we might sink a bit deeper. And we might stay here or reach for that back foot. You can work it in towards the elbow if that's accessible to you, and clasp the hands behind the back as we did in cow face pose. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. And release. Drop the heart towards the ground. Drop forehead towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2.
Inhale, exhale. 3.
Inhale and come to rise. And exhale. Swing that foot out in front. Place the feet on the ground and begin to slowly roll down vertebrae by vertebrae onto the back. And we'll do one last heart opener, bridge pose. Once you're there, press into the feet and send the hips towards the sky. You might walk those shoulder blades in together, closer together to send the heart up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And release. Sway the knees from side to side. All right, bring the knees into the chest. And rock from side to side, just massaging the back a bit. Drop the knees over to the left side. And allow the right shoulder to fall towards the earth. A few sleep breaths. If you've taken several classes with me, you know I really love to bend with twist. Really awesome for the low back. Good. And let knees out up towards center and cross over to the opposite side. Allow that left shoulder to fall towards the ground. Gaze over left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, release the feet down towards the ground. If it feels good to place a bolster under the knees to release some pressure on the low back, feel free to do so right now. Find yourself in a comfortable position, lying down with one hand placed over the heart and the other hand placed on the belly. Here, remembering non-harming in our thoughts, words, and actions. Practice forgiveness. Forgive ourselves for any harm that we have done to others and to ourselves. Sometimes that can be difficult, and it can be valuable to ask for forgiveness and allow ourselves to receive forgiveness from someone else, from our higher power. Be in that. And that can become easier to forgive ourselves. Vowing to have the intention to never harm again. And that's a tall order. So if and when we do forgive, reset in every moment, we do our best, knowing that we can, whatever that is. I am kind. Breathe these words into the body. I am worthy. I am enough. I am good. I am love. Remembering these true words and saying this to ourselves when those thoughts do come that are harmful. Gently recognizing that, forgiving, and letting them go. And speak love. So here you can release the hands, opening the palms to the sky. And you might stay here in Shavasana, letting everything go. And when you're ready, gently push yourself into a comfortable seated position. When you are ready to return to the day, with hands and heart center, remembering restraint in our practice of our first yama, Ahimsa, non-harming, as we move through our day with thought, non-harming, words, and actions. Thank you for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.